into Athena. Yeah.
Just go to twitch.tv/CSUSACM. Just remove everything.
So we're going to use Putty and Athena because it already has Git. So if you guys go on Putty, type in Athena because you're on the network, and then stay there, and then go to github.com. I'll like sort of speed up towards the end of the presentation. The tutorial's at the end. I don't know if we're live yet. John, is it on?
Yep.
All right.
All right, I'll start on. Hey everyone. This is not officially a data science club meeting, but we had it reserved and we thought it might be cool to do a talk. But I'll just give a quick data science update anyway. So this weekend I was at this data science conference and it was really cool. I learned a lot of new things and I got some good contacts which will help us for projects we want to do with the club. Also, there's this data science website up and it kind of sucks, but it's there. So I'll try to make it better. It's just datascience.sacstate.github.io. And I'll get the. I was just trying to figure out the Mailchimp thing, but Mailchimp didn't really work that well. So I'll put out a Google Forms where everyone can just put their email, because I got all your emails. So I'll just send a link, and I'll get that going hopefully this week. But there's also ACM talk on Wednesday. It's on Python and Flask. So if you haven't used Flask before, it's a really easy way to set up like routes or like basically create a backend using a REST API. So I'll be giving a talk on how to do that. So if you want to come in Wednesday, it might be pretty cool. But yeah, Brad today was awesome and decided to give a talk on GitHub or Git and how to use Git. So it's really popular for version control. So if you haven't used it before, you should probably really learn it because everyone uses it nowadays. And without further ado, I'll let Brad take over.
Hey everyone. Git's not very hard to use. Personally, like this is the first semester I actually like used it with like my homework and things and my senior project. So it's really easy to pick up. I'm just going to go over a couple of the basics. Sweet. There we go. Why Git? So first, distributed repository, collaborations, branching, rebase, staging, which is like usually just for Git, and then tags as well. Come on, dang it. So Git is a distributed version control system. So what it does is you get your repository, and you have your local own copy of the repository. This repository is the copy of everything on Git. So it copies down to your local computer, so you can commit and merge on your own local, so you don't have to use, so you can work offline, and you're not sharing a common network like a centralized repository where everyone's reaching to a single like database or network for that code. You can work offline, and that gives you really fast commits, and it's just a lot faster than most version control systems. So basically, the workflow of Git is you edit a file in your repository, you add that to like the stage, and then you commit it to your local, and then once you're done with that, you push it up to the origin or master, and the staging area is like a snapshot of what you're doing. So a good thing about the staging area is, say you edit 10 files in a repository, you can add 5 of those into the staging area, and then you can commit it to Git. So it's an easier way to tell what you're working on. So it's like you change one feature, but there's 10 files. So that one feature, you only changed 5 files. So you push that up, and you get a better workflow when you're looking at it again, or you add someone to help you work on it. So if you guys want to interrupt me or have any questions, just go ahead.
So for just those who aren't completely familiar with it, what is the kind of the primary focus or purpose of using like a control?
The control, so that would be more of like when multiple people are working on it, you can do, when you're merging the code, it's a lot easier, and also you're not like stepping on each other's toes, changing things, so someone could get rid of this, someone could get rid of that, someone adds this, and when they merge that all together, they could ruin someone's other work, or it can ruin a lot of things for them. Also very important, back to this, adding messages when you're committing, so it's like a short message like, worked on this. So it lets all the other developers know what you're working on and what you fixed. Super fast commits, just because it's local. And then on the bottom of these slides, you just put little lines what actual Git commands are, so you can see it and get a feel for what it is. Branching. It just takes, so you branch out from your master copy, so you make a whole new feature, and that takes the head of whatever branch you take it from, basically the head. And then you can work on different features. So the key of that is keeping a working copy of your code at all times. So you work on a feature on another branch. So with the website I'm building, I have this configuration file that I branched off our master branch, and I work on that, and then when I'm done with that, I can rebase it, or I can merge it to the master, so everything is always working. So you always have like a prototype ready to show your customer or your teacher or whoever you want to show it to. Also, you can switch between features, commit one feature. You can work on multiple features at once. So it's really easy to work on multiple features and always have that working code. It's a good working environment just to keep everything separate. And then some more code down there. Rebasing, so when you have your commits and your merges, you can see that all within the log of Git, and you can rebase it. You can, so if you Git rebase interactive, you can reword, edit, squash. So what squash is, you can take two commits, maybe it's like a little bit of code, you can squash those commits together to form one commit. So it gives you like that nice looking workflow. So what you want the workflow looking nice for is like if you add in a new developer or you want someone to help you with your project, they can see like a timeline of what you've been working on and how you've been working on it. Also remove, you can remove reorder commits. So like if you're working on also commits, you can just change the order of that, so it gives it a better flow within your Git repository. Tags, they're used for release versioning, so you can tag something. It's basically like a pointer to like all your code, and you can release it. So GitHub has like a release where you can like release software updates, patches, and things like that. Annotated tags, same thing, just a type of tag. It shows the creator of the tag, who committed it, basically the general information of who committed that tag and like the release. Lightweight tags aren't used very much because it doesn't have any of that information. It's just the tag itself. It's more used for like personal use.
So you're tagging a commit? I've never used tags before.
Yeah, you're tagging a commit.
Okay.
So in GitHub, it stores like you have your master branches, and then to the right of that in Git, it's tagged. So it's basically like, say you have 4 assignments in your code, and you can tag each 4 assignments what you turned in. So you'd use git tag, add, message, first release, and then the tag itself. So it could be like assignment 1, and that's what you turned in to your professor. Any other questions? We'll do a little bit of this later, but forking a repository. So Git is pretty open source, so it's all public. So you can fork a repository, which is basically like cloning that whole repository into your GitHub site, which you have all their code and you can change it and use it as much as you want. But to push it back up, you have to get the owner of the repositories like permission to push it to their repository to accept your changes that you made to that branch or fork. Cherry picking is another thing you can do. It's where you can pick a commit or 2 commits and you can work on that within your branch. So you can pick, so you have 10 commits, you can pick like 2 here and then you can squash them with the non-commit, so you can easily rebase code, or say one of those commit has a feature that another commit up above it doesn't. You can take that one and bring it into your repository and make changes to that and make a new commit on that. Submodules, which I haven't done much of that, but it's where you can use a Git repo inside of another Git repo. So that's used for, say you have a bunch of JavaScript code or like just JavaScript, CSS, and things like that, where those don't change very much within your website. You can use that to house all of that, so if there's any changes to that, you can update it if any other developer is changing the JavaScript or things like that. Git ref log is your local repository log. So if someone deletes, if you delete a commit or something on the Git website where it stages all your commits, you can go back in your ref log and look at it and grab commits that were deleted or you just lost them. So it's a really nice tool if something's deleted to look back on your own local and see what commits you have. Stashing. So say you have your master branch and you're working on another feature in another branch. You can git stash save that so you won't have to commit it. You can save that in your repository. It like saves it. It's just like a snapshot of your code. Go to another branch so that you can work on that branch and fix it immediately whenever you need to. So what that is doing, so you don't have to commit that, say you're in the middle of fixing something and you're not done, you can save it and move to another branch without committing non-working code. So it's a really helpful tool to move to a branch whenever you need to. All right, we're just going to make a GitHub account if you guys don't already have one, just a first start into making Git. So if you go to github.com, make an account, you're going to make a repository on there, and then create a file, which when you create it, it's pretty simple. It'll ask you, do you want to create a README? And just yes, right in there, and then you can do that. So if we want to do that, that'd be awesome if anyone wants to. If you already have a Git, it's fine. Question?
Just to let you know that if you submit your email with it, you can see it.
Yeah, I have I got another slide. So for that. Create an account. Let me know if you have any questions. Is anyone doing that just for presentation-wise? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes. Huh? So who already has a GitHub account? Dang. Excellent. So John's the only one doing it? It's all good, John.
No pressure.
No pressure.
You want to just give a demo of it?
Huh?
You want to just like open up GitHub and just like do a little thing in case people on computers?
I could. That is John's computer.
Share his screen.
Wish more people didn't know Git. What?
and then you go into your command line, and then you want to navigate to the folder.
I have it all like on the next slide. Like this is the first slide, and then
Okay.
the next one will be all the commands that you need to do it.
I got things to do today. I need the expeditious.
Well, I have it literally. It's like the exact code you need. Not exact code, but command line. You good? All right. You can go to Putty and Athena because you have to install your own Git on your own local machine. So Athena already has it. So these are the commands right here. Obviously, username is your username that you made. Repository name, what you named it. And you actually need these quotes: username, email address. Pretty simple. And then this is making like your config file, so you can change things in there, make aliases. Git log is git lg, that's what I have. It's pretty, you can make a lot of shortcuts in it, and you can change like how your commits are made, like how you view them within your Git log. So it's pretty nice. And there's a graph where it shows you like your branching factor of your tree, which is really nice as well. How you doing?
I'm not. Kind of. What do I have to do? No, I'm Putty.
I got all the commands right up on. Can you see that or no?
Is that right?
You need the user.email.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
So you have to have this username, and this user.email has to be in there. So if you think that was just like what you need, like a helper, you have to have these two words in here or it won't work. There you go. Go back. Right there. Need any help?
I already have an account, so I just never done it through command line.
Okay.
So I start out like the third one.
Did it work with the username without the quotes?
Well, it didn't come back with anything.
Okay. Then you should be good.
So, do I need to do like the first two?
You need to do the first two because that's how it verifies like who you are. So Git is like, it's open source, so you can literally clone anyone's repository as long as it's not private. But if you want to push back up, you need to enter your username and your password.
So, not the password, is the email?
Which one?
For the second one?
Yeah, you need to put username, user email, and then your actual email address.
Oh, I signed in.
Are you good?
So,
So you need to put your actual username
yeah.
after global.
So there's no space.
So it's git config global, and then your actual, you actually need to type user.name.
Oh, okay.
And so the third one, that means the repository has to be there already?
What, git clone? Yeah, so you should have,
Alright.
so git,
I made one called school.
yeah.
So
And there you go.
oh, that's cool. Where'd
And
you
then-
get this code? Is it like
Oh,
alright,
and then,
so now is it on like
yeah,
this area?
so, and
Really?
then you can edit your README.
Is it edit A?
This Windows.
That-
Oh no,
just
you can,
Chromebook.
I'm not sure.
And what does A stand for?
Edit A, what is that? Edit a file. That's not the actual line of code. It's edit a file, because if you're using,
So I
like,
just use like
yeah, so Vim.
what does git add to you?
That adds all the files in your repository to that staging area.
And I need that staging area?
You don't, it's like Git uses it. It's nice if you want to like separate commits in between files. But you don't need the stage. You can just commit directly. You don't need the add, but it's nice to have when you want to separate a bunch of files into two commits.
Alright, and then so git add status.
That the git add status is just to see what it shows you when you added it, so you can look at what you added.
Doesn't match any files.
Did you need to actually, you gotta edit the README.
actually have to do
You
that.
actually have to, it won't.
So how do I add a file to my repository?
Okay, so you got it. So git add -u. Space after that. Just space after add. -u.
You.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. And then git add status. Or just git status, sorry. Git status.
Yeah, that's status.
Did you edit your
I
file?
need to add a file, right?
Yes.
How do I add the file?
So in your,
This import?
so right here,
Uh-huh.
press on the README. And then you can type like some,
Okay, I need to add my code here.
you can, this is the README, so it's basically if anyone wants to use your repository, it'll give them a brief overview of what you're using and how you want, what you're trying to accomplish with that.
Okay.
So then just write like hello or something, or whatever you need to. And then go to the bottom. And then create, and then commit new file. There you go. And then in the command line where you were using it. And now you can actually, now you would clone your repo now.
Oh, so I need to clone it to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. And then you CD, you change directories into that file.
I'm already
So,
I'm already into my repository.
well, you made it. Just check if there's another one. So like DR, is it LS or DRI?
LS is Linux.
Yeah, and then so see it made another file within there. So go into there. And then you would edit your file. Did you already commit?
It won't let me git commit.
Did you change it on there?
Yeah, I changed to modified, and then I did git add new, and then git status.
First commit. Git status. I think that's right.
It's
Git
like the second to last line.
Which one are you having?
Git commit /u first commit,
Yeah.
and it won't let me.
Where does it say
It
this?
says, commit with command line did not match in email files.
Commit. You need the -u. Git commit, and then after that -u. Go do a -m.
Just -m.
No, after on this instead of -u -m.
What is M?
Message. All right.
So what
So-
does use does it stand for? Because I tried to find in the help and I didn't see anything.
I think they use wrong.
Okay. And then I do git push origin.
Yeah, master. And then you have to type in your username. And I don't know your password.
How do I edit my file? Open my file.
Edit. So VI.
I tried this.
Yeah. What? You put your wrong password or email.
No.
Your username or password is wrong.
I signed in with the same exact thing here.
Yeah. So you typed in your username and then your password.
Yeah, I know my credentials.
Try it again. So you can just go where you made this file and then edit it through like Notepad or something. That -u should be -m. The commit.
I also don't know, what did you mean by get add status?
It's git status. It was a typo. It was a typo.
Get status is where, so now you can get, which didn't work, so I feel like
Right click the README. You can just do an open with.
.md format.
Search through Windows and you can edit with like search through the window.
You know what?
What?
I have two-factor authentication. So would that screw up with command line?
Ooh, I've never done that with the command line.
I'm kind of secure. I'm in cybersecurity, so like. I'm
Yeah. You don't have any editing? You don't? You probably have Notepad.
okay, so now you need your username.
Right click that, open, and then search through that. Notepad. There you go. And then edit it. Save that. Back to the line. And then you would git add -u. So now git status. So see how it's added? It shows you what's modified.
Okay.
So if you had different files, you just that -u is adding everything.
Okay.
So if you didn't do that, you could specify like star.c,
Okay.
things like that, and then you're gonna go git commit -m -m. Oh, you gotta, the -m means message, so you got, see how I have first commit right there? You have to, if you go -m, you have to add a message.
Okay.
Space. And they have to be in quotes too.
No, because
Here's a two,
there's a
two,
Factor?
yeah, I don't know how to do it over, well, you have to create like a token or something. Did it work? And then you're gonna go git push origin master.
What did this do?
the dash M. So when you commit, so run git log. And then it shows you that's your message that you used. And then git push origin master takes it back to pushes your changes back to Git, and you can view them online.
What? Why? Oh my god.
So if people can't follow along.
So I made another.
Yeah, these will all be posted.
Because I don't have my computer on there.
It's fine. That was cool.
There's computers right there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They're already way ahead of me.
Oh, this has happened because I made one account before
Yeah.
with this username.
Yeah.
And today I made another account with another email address and another username.
Yeah.
So I think this is showing me the old username.
If you did that git config up top,
Yeah,
it should have changed it.
I did. I did.
So you can go like git config and then type in username, and that'll show you what username you, and just type in user.name.
The new one.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Hey, do you want to help her real quick? I gotta change one thing. Hey, the last slide is the student development pack. It gives you a whole bunch of free stuff. So if you sign up for it, I put the link up here. So if you want all this free stuff, and some of it's like a discounted on other things as well. So you get like a discount on, I know DigitalOcean, it gives you $100 in credit for that as well. So that's really nice. This is all the stuff you get with the student pack.
Before this was like, it was like finding cross-validation.